What if I told you that removing just 5 things from your life could unlock financial abundance? These simple changes help me go from financial struggle to attracting wealth, and it could work for you too. In the next few minutes, I want to reveal the 5 things I removed that made the biggest difference in my finances. Stay with me, because these 5 things might be what's holding you back from financial freedom. We all know that financial success doesn't just happen overnight. It's not simply about working harder or hoping for a lucky break. It's about making intentional decisions that align your mindset, environment, and actions with prosperity. But the truth is, there are things in our life that we often hold on to, habits, beliefs, possessions, that could actually be blocking our ability to attract abundance. That was exactly what I discovered when I decided to start removing certain things from my life. I began to notice that as I let go of these physical and mental blockages, something amazing started to shift. Not only did I feel lighter emotionally, but I also began to see opportunities for financial growth and success that I had previously overlooked. It wasn't magic. It was just a shift in how I approached life, and specifically, how I approach my finances. And that's what I'm going to share with you today. By the end of this video, you'll have the tools you need to start attracting more money and abundance into your life, simply by removing 5 key things that might be blocking your financial flow. Let's start with the first thing I removed that made all the difference. The first thing I removed was something you might not expect, but it had a huge impact on my financial mindset. The first thing I removed was clutter, both physical and mental. At first, I didn't realize how much my environment was affecting my ability to attract financial success. But once I started to clear out the physical clutter around me, something amazing happened. I felt lighter, more focused, and more open to opportunities. You see, clutter doesn't just take up space in your home. It can also take up mental space. When you have an overwhelming amount of things around you, it creates a sense of chaos and confusion, which can block the flow of energy, including financial energy. By removing unnecessary items and creating a clean, organized space, I was able to open up room for new possibilities, including financial abundance. Here's a simple practice I started. I went through every room of my house and removed things I didn't need, things that no longer served me, that were just taking up space. I donated old clothes, discarded broken items, and cleared out drawers filled with things I hadn't looked at in years. It wasn't just about tidying up, it was about creating space for something new to enter my life. As I cleared the clutter, I noticed that my thoughts also became clearer. I was no longer distracted by things I didn't need. This allowed me to focus on my goals, think more clearly about my financial situation, and make better decisions. Physical clutter often reflects mental clutter, and clearing it away is one of the easiest and most impactful ways to make room for abundance in your life. Now, let's move on to the second thing I removed, which was just as important in transforming my financial situation. The second thing I removed was my limiting beliefs about money. For so long, I believed things like money is hard to make, or I'll never be wealthy because I didn't come from money. These beliefs were like chains around my mind, holding me back from even considering the possibility of financial success. I didn't realize how much these thoughts were shaping my reality until I began to pay attention to them. Every time I thought about money, I felt anxiety and stress. I would subconsciously limit my actions because deep down, I didn't believe I deserved abundance. Once I recognized this, I knew I had to change my mindset if I wanted to unlock the financial flow I was desperately seeking. I started by identifying the negative thoughts I had about money. I wrote them down, one by one, and began challenging each belief. For example, instead of thinking, money is hard to make, I began to say, money flows easily to me when I am open to it. I also practiced affirmations and visualizations, imagining myself living in abundance, experiencing financial freedom, and attracting new opportunities. One of the most powerful things I did was remove the idea that I wasn't worthy of wealth. I started to repeat, I am worthy of abundance. I deserve to have money, success, and happiness. This simple shift in mindset helped me to open up to new possibilities. I also started to pay attention to my language. Every time I said something negative about money, I would correct myself immediately. Instead of, I can't afford that, I began saying, I choose not to spend my money on that right now. This small change in language helped me feel more empowered and less constrained by financial limitations. Changing my beliefs didn't happen overnight, but over time, I noticed a significant shift. The more I removed my limiting beliefs, the more I started to attract financial opportunities, and money began flowing into my life in ways I hadn't expected. Next, let's talk about the third thing I removed that was draining my financial energy. The third thing I removed was unnecessary spending. For years, I lived in a cycle of buying things I didn't need, simply out of habit or impulse. Whether it was dining out, clothes I didn't wear, or gadgets I didn't truly need, these purchases drained my finances without adding value to my life. Once I realized this, I knew I had to break the pattern. I started by taking a hard look at my expenses. I tracked every dollar I spent and found that a lot of money was going towards things that weren't contributing to my well-being or financial growth. I realized that mindless spending was a major obstacle in attracting financial abundance. I began by setting clear financial goals. Instead of simply spending money because it was there, I asked myself, is this purchase aligning with my goals? If the answer was no, I stopped myself from buying it. I also started a budget, something I had avoided for a long time, tracking all my income and expenses to ensure I was saving and investing wisely. But it wasn't just about cutting out the little indulgences. I also started investing in myself, whether it was on books that expanded my knowledge, courses that developed my skills, or experiences that helped me grow. I realized that making wise investments in my personal development was far more valuable than buying things that would only give me short-term satisfaction. By removing the habit of unnecessary spending, I started putting my money where it mattered. I began saving more and allocating money towards long-term goals, like building an emergency fund and investing for the future. This shift in my spending habits not only gave me a greater sense of control over my finances, but also set the stage for attracting more wealth. Financial abundance isn't just about earning more money, it's about being intentional with how you spend and invest the money you already have. By stopping wasteful spending, I opened up more opportunities for growth and prosperity. The fourth thing I removed might surprise you, but it made a huge difference in how I viewed my financial journey. The fourth thing I removed was toxic relationships. At first, I didn't realize how much the people I spent time with were influencing my financial mindset. Some were constantly negative, complaining about money, or making excuses about why they couldn't succeed. Others had a scarcity mindset and didn't support my goals or dreams. I began to realize that the people you surround yourself with have a profound impact on your thoughts, actions, and ultimately your financial outcomes. If you're constantly hearing about how money is hard to make or how rich people are greedy, those thoughts start to creep into your own mindset. So I decided to limit my time with negative or unsupportive individuals. I started spending more time with people who were motivated, who believe in abundance, and who supported my goals. This doesn't mean cutting people off completely, but it does mean being intentional about the energy I allowed into my life. I also evaluated my social circle and noticed that some people had unhealthy relationships with money. They were stuck in cycles of debt, constantly complaining about their financial situation and not taking action to improve it. These relationships were draining me, both emotionally and financially. It became clear that I needed to protect my energy and surround myself with people who were positive, inspiring, and financially responsible. By removing or distancing myself from toxic relationships, I noticed a shift in my own mindset. I became more focused, motivated, and open to new opportunities. I found myself talking about financial growth, setting goals, and thinking bigger. I began to attract people who were aligned with my new mindset, and as a result, more opportunities started flowing into my life. Your environment plays a massive role in shaping your financial future. When you remove toxic relationships and cultivate a circle of support, your financial mindset and your opportunities for success will grow exponentially. Finally, let's discuss the fifth thing I removed that helped me open the doors to financial prosperity. The fifth and final thing I removed was a lack of gratitude. For many years, I took my financial situation for granted. I was focused on what I didn't have, and I rarely appreciated the money and opportunities that were already in my life. This mindset of scarcity kept me stuck in a cycle of wanting more without recognizing the abundance that I already had. Once I realized this, I knew that practicing gratitude was key to unlocking financial abundance. Gratitude isn't just about being thankful for the big things, but also for the small things like having the resources to pay your bills, the ability to buy food, or even having access to opportunities. By shifting my focus from what I lacked to what I already had, I began to see everything around me through a different lens. I started incorporating gratitude practices into my daily life. Every morning, I made a point to write down 3 things I was grateful for, including aspects of my finances. Whether it was the paycheck I received, the fact that I was able to invest in my future, or simply the stability I had, I took a moment to appreciate those blessings. The more I practiced gratitude, the more my financial situation started to improve. Gratitude also helped me to attract more opportunities. When you focus on what you have, rather than what you don't, you start to invite more abundance into your life. It's a shift in perspective that makes a huge difference in how you view money and success. When you're grateful for the money you already have, you begin to send out positive energy that aligns with abundance. The universe responds by bringing more opportunities, more wealth, and more prosperity into your life. Gratitude is a powerful tool that can change the way you think about money and help you attract the wealth you desire. So now that I've shared the 5 things I removed from my life, let me tell you the incredible results I experienced. The changes I made weren't dramatic or impossible. They were simple adjustments that allowed me to align my mindset, environment, and actions with financial abundance. And the best part, these shifts didn't just impact my finances, they improved my overall sense of well-being and happiness. Once I removed the clutter, the limiting beliefs, the unnecessary spending, the toxic relationships, and the lack of gratitude, I began to feel lighter and more empowered. Financial opportunities started to appear, almost as if they were waiting for me to open up to them. The job offers, the investment opportunities, the unexpected gifts of money, all started flowing in. I began attracting not just more money, but also more confidence, clarity, and peace of mind. But the transformation didn't stop there. Removing these 5 things also helped me think bigger. I stopped limiting myself to small goals and began setting my sights on greater financial freedom and long-term prosperity. The more I focused on what I had, the more I received. Now, I want you to take action. If you've been feeling stuck in your financial situation or frustrated by a lack of progress, it's time to remove these blocks from your life. Start small. Identify the areas where you're holding on to negativity, limiting beliefs, or habits that are draining your energy. Begin with just one thing and watch how your financial reality begins to shift. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights on how to transform your financial life. What's the first thing you're going to remove today to start attracting abundance into your life? Let me know in the comments. Remember, financial abundance starts with the right mindset. You have the power to change your life, and it begins with the choices you make today. Keep growing, stay focused, and abundance will follow.